Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Cal StarCraft, and I am going to be commentating the third and final game, the last game of the series between DIMAGA versus EGPuMa. I am racist, do not deny it. No, I'm kidding, I'm not racist. Don't. Anyway, whatever. It's going to be DIMAGA versus Puma. It's going to be DIMAGA spawning as the blue Zerg to the bottom left of the map. And it is going to be on Cloud Kingdom LE. And then to the top right we have EGPuMa spawning as the red Terran. And if you saw last game, I don't know why DIMAGA didn't push in like any sooner. Maybe he was just screwing with his opponent at that point. But yeah, just really nice control on DIMAGA. Continuing to drop that, just his drop control is phenomenal. If you Zerg players are struggling with marine drops, just go analyze his games because he is the master at it. I mean, there is not a single drop that will be planted in that kid's base. He is just so good, and I think he'll be really good later on as well. And once this game evolves to the point where it's like amazing, DIMAGA will be amazing. Along with EGPuMa, he's been playing fantastic too. His timing pushes are very peculiar. His marine control and his siege tank control really nice, and knows when to expand. And he is also good. He faced Hero and he beat Hero 3 times, so he doesn't suck, obviously. I mean, wow, actually, to start off the game, Puma actually denied DIMAGA's drone from getting in there, but it looks like this drone is going to try to snipe this SCV, and it's going to force Puma to grab another SCV outside, try to kill that, and it looks like Supply Depot is going to go down, but it did chip away at that SCV. Which isn't too big of a deal, but Puma's probably gonna have to heal it pretty soon. Actually, you know, I don't know why Terran players need to heal that. Yeah, so he's not gonna do that. I don't know why Terran players need to heal an SCV like that. It doesn't seem like it would be that big of a deal. I mean, they're still functioning correctly. It's not like they're like they break a bone and they break a bone or something, and then like it says, this worker's left arm doesn't work, and whatever. You know, I'm just getting off topic. There's a 15 hatch for DIMAGA along with his 16 spawning pool, 16 gas, and he actually got gas before the spawning pool. So what is DIMAGA planning on doing? This is not his normal style, so this will be interesting. There's going to be a command center on the low ground for EGPuMa and all that good stuff. There is going to be double reactor. Actually, this is actually really early, guys. What am I talking about? Puma, I don't know what he's gonna do. He might rush to a Banshee, or perhaps he'll that's the only thing I could think of. The only gas heavy thing that a Terran could do versus pretty much a Zerg is probably a Banshee. But we'll see what happens. 2 Zerglings are gonna move out. DIMAGA, 2 Zerglings probably gonna take those Xel'Nagas. And Cloud Kingdom, it's a very interesting map. SCV Marine was at the watchtower, and these Zerglings are going to be like, let me at him, I see him, and then they're going to be graded with a bunker, which kind of sucks. But anyway, about this map, Cloud Kingdom, if you didn't know, this was a winner of the Team Liquid and Blizzard map contest. Some random user, I don't know his name, some random user made this map, and he won the contest, which means that this is going to be in the ladder pool. So that's pretty cool stuff. It's kind of like Tal'Darim Altar. That used to be a custom map, and now it's a league map. And look, wow, really interesting. DIMAGA's going to work on these rocks. So, I mean, this does make sense considering the fact that Terrans could use this to their advantage. They could deploy siege tanks here, and then if Zerglings try to pour through here, one shot could just be a huge splash bubble here. So yeah, so I see where DIMAGA is at, and there's actually a 3rd command center on the way, going to be used as a macro orbital command, and then eventually it'll be lifted off to this base here. So DIMAGA was supply block for a second, but it's not a huge supply blockage. In fact, it's not even really considered a supply blockage. 3rd base is on the way for DIMAGA to catch up with his Terran opponent, which is good stuff. 2 Hellions on the way, so it is going to be a reactor Hellion opening, and Tech Lab is going to be on the barracks, and there's going to be a switch, which is good stuff, standard stuff, and looks like we're going to see a nice macro style game, nothing too cheesy, nothing crazy, and Yeah, Baneling nesting away 10 Zerglings. That's, wow, 10 Zerglings. That's a lot. I guess he's expecting his opponent to go something, or he's planning to do some kind of push. That's really interesting. Hellions are going to move in. No Spine Crawler in sight, and it looks like he's just going to get a ton of Zerglings to defend this. And it looks like, oh my goodness, Hellions are going to probably move up to the main. They do, but they are going to get greeted with Zerglings, and not a single casualty for DIMAGA. Unfortunately, there was a casualty for Puma. Let's look at the units lost. 200 resources, so ouch. That kind of blows for the for EGPuMa. But yeah, EGPuMa isn't really far behind. That's only 200 minerals. He still has his base up and running, and he does have a siege tank. He's probably going to deploy it here, and the siege tank could reach actually relatively far. So if there is a roach push, definitely could stop it. I need to put up the production. Sorry, Spire is on the way. Level 1 armor, level 1 damage, siege upgrade has finished, along with the siege tank is on the way, and Baneling speed is on the way. Third hatchery is down for DIMAGA, and I'm curious. I'm very interested why DIMAGA last game he didn't do it either. Last game he didn't harass with his Mutalisk, which is really interesting because oh yeah, by the way, his Marines were killing the neutral supply depot. You might want to know that, but I'm really interested because DIMAGA didn't harass with his Mutalisk, which is really interesting because usually that's what Mutalisks are meant to do, but he rather used them in the fight, and I think that's what you have to do as Zerg, because think about this. Mutalisks, I'm pretty sure this is pretty much old information for you guys, but for some like bronze players, the reason why Mutalisks are in play when it comes to versus Terran is because Mutalisks can snipe siege tanks while the Zerglings try to get a surround on the Marines, and then Banelings could just finish off the Marines. Finish him, as they say. So yeah, just take that in consideration. Like that's why the standard build for Zerg versus Terran is that Muta Baneling Ling, and yeah, so take that into consideration. Watch pro replays, and you'll learn from the best, and you also understand, because when I was starting off as a bronze player, I had no idea why do I get 3 guys in gas? Why do I do this? But I followed it anyway because my friends told me you just need 3 guys in gas. So I'm like, okay. And then I figured out later it's because the distance can only support 3 SCVs, and I figured that out by watching a pro replay. I mean, I know that's kind of a weak example, but whatever. There's actually a 4th base on the way for DIMAGA. Very peculiar spot. It's not going to be here. It's going to be actually a hidden expansion. Mutalisks are actually going to be used as harassment this time. Huzzah! But it's going to be greeted with the missile turret, and it looks like, man, that kind of sucks. DIMAGA could not get any SCV kills, which is good stuff. You're going to see a starport with the reactor. It's going to probably pump out medevacs pretty soon, and Mutalisks are just going to be scrolling around the map, and I wouldn't be surprised. But Puma is actually just on top of he's on top of stopping this Mutalisks. He probably already knows DIMAGA's style. 12 Zerglings on the way, along with a lot of drones, infestation pit on the way. But anyway, he probably knows DIMAGA's style pretty well. Excuse me. Pretty well. Yeah, Puma knows DIMAGA's style pretty well. And I'm pretty sure that DIMAGA knows Puma's style really well. Or not. I mean, Puma seems like a unique player. You never know quite what he's going to do. He's going to do something different each game. It's going to be... People have done the tactics or strategies before, but you don't know which one. It's not like this. Like Idra does the same thing every game, almost. Like he does his 15 hatch or whatever, his 14 hatch, 13 puller or something like that. The Idra build, I'm not quite sure what it is because I haven't analyzed. It just replays that much. The Overlord did die. It's not going to be It's not going to be really effective, but it is still 100 minerals lost, and you have to replace it too. So that's pretty annoying. And +2/+2 is on the way for Puma. Puma is going to move in with 1 medic, and at the same time, yeah, just 1 medic. And not moving out with siege tanks, very interesting. He's actually going to leave the siege tanks along with a couple of Marines back here, and he's going to split his armies half and then go for the offense, which is a smart decision. But there are 2 Marines that are going to clear the creep tumors, and this map is just so beautiful. And my computer's actually lagging because of the frickin' creep and how shiny it is. You don't get that shine, son. Looks like Marines are going to be sniped by those Mutalisks. Not a single casualty from DIMAGA. Doing a nice job. Yeah, DIMAGA doing a nice job, not losing too much. And Puma is actually going to opt to probably move in pretty soon. which is good stuff. Fourth base is on the way along with the Spine Crawler, which is what you need to do versus a Terran player, because he could go for a drop, and you won't have any defenses. So you need those Spine Crawlers there to hold them off until your units get good over there and defend. But it looks like Puma is going to move to the right side of the map. He's going to probably most definitely scout. There it is. There's going to be a comsat here. Puma does go for it. He's going to go for the stim. I don't think you should leave the siege tanks up here. Siege tanks are out of position, but they are going to siege on the ramp, which is nice job. Marines are going to be there. Marines are splitting up in different directions, but at the same time, Needles are going to be moving a lot of... Damn, that's a lot of banelings. Holy crap. Not very worth the buck. All the drones did die in the fourth base, and it looks like there's a huge Marine split. And wow, DIMAGA did stop that. That was all of Puma's force, but I think that's just too many banelings. You don't need that many banelings. Those could be zerglings, but Mito is doing their job, gonna kill everything, and Puma's still gonna be quite aggressive with a force. He's just gonna pump. He just really wants to kill this base. There was actually a medevac there, and Puma's still committing to this. I don't agree with this position. There's actually a drone transfer, and the Marines are gonna move in. Not a single drone killed. Those zerglings sacrificed themselves for the greater economy. Oh, excuse me. Siege tanks are going to move in, killed one drone. And looks like 2 Marines are going to move in, and they're going to kill 1 drone, 2 drone, 3 drone, 4 drone, and another drone. Another drone. Needles are going to move in. And still, look at DIMAGA. Puma is still committing to this. DIMAGA does not have much. He has a couple of banelings. Now, that's the sufficient amount of banelings you should have. But, oh my goodness, siege tanks are going to move in. It looks like, oh my goodness, the medevacs are going to be loaded up, but not going to be good, because Needles are just going to snipe them in the medevacs. Siege tanks are getting caught out of the position. This one has a miss rally. Siege tank is going to get that. And that's why Puma shouldn't have committed to this. He's losing so many forces. This is just not a good position. DIMAGA doing a great job of defending, but at the same time, DIMAGA doesn't have that many forces as well. So far, pretty even. Let's actually look at the units lost. Relatively even, but it does still actually favors our Terran player. So, I guess you could say our Terran player is ahead, but I honestly think DIMAGA is ahead. 5 Corruptors on the way, along with level 3. Wow, level 3 Carapace, along with level 3 attacks. So DIMAGA all over that. But at the same time, Puma is getting at his infantry weapons 3. He's going to get his +3/+3. 20 Zerglings on the way. Wow, that's a lot. I'm surprised that DIMAGA is not committing to drones here. But I guess that makes sense. Puma is going to move out with siege tanks. There is a comsat there. And 4 Broodlords are on the way. They're going to be right here. And that's good stuff. Looks like siege tanks are going to move in. They're very vulnerable at this spot. They're going to be going in first. I do prefer that the siege tanks go in behind so that they're protected at least by the Marines. But, whoa, it looks, I did not, oh yeah, I guess there is, I've seen this before, and it looks like Puma is going to go first, and I really like this, because siege tanks can just shoot from up here, but it looks like DIMAGA is going to try to go for it, and I really like this. Puma is at a really nice confronted position, but the Broodlords are going to be like, hello, and they're just going to kill this one empty siege tank that's going to die, first of all. And, yeah, Puma, wise to back out there, because those Broodlords were going to kill him. Not a lot of banelings or zerglings, so ground is not very favoring our zerg player, but it is definitely favoring the air for Shizzle, my Nizzle on D-Rizzle. 27 banelings on the way, that's quite a bit. DIMAGA really loves his banelings. He loves his banelings a lot. Looks like Marines are going to be moving out right in the middle of the map. Gonna be moving right? Nope, they're gonna be moving down. It looks like they're gonna be moving down here. I think DIMAGA might go. Yes, he is gonna go straight for the 3rd base, but at the same time, Puma's gonna go straight for the natural. There's actually a huge drop. Damn, two medevacs, no banelings in sight. There is a spine crawler, but that same what? Oh, it looks like Puma is gonna fall back. There is an engagement here, Mutilus, and 1 Broodlord is gonna be there. Banelings are gonna have to secure this position, but it looks like there's a siege tank gonna snipe. Not too many banelings, so it wasn't a huge loss. Marines are going to be moving, and banelings need to get 1 crucial hit, and it looks like, oh, damn, that did quite a bit of damage. Those banelings did, but there's no more ground, so it looks like Puma is definitely favored, and DIMAGA lost everything. So it looks like our Terran player is ahead, but and also he did lots of damage over here, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh my goodness. Let's see if DIMAGA could muster up a huge force, but he should have got drones here because now he's gonna lose this 4th base, I'm pretty sure, and you know he should have droned up. His economy was kind of it's still out of whack right now. It looks like this 4th base is gonna go down. Brilliant's gonna be there to greet them. No kills on the Marines, and I'd say, man, DIMAGA is so far behind. He's at 88 food to 187. And unless he could get a crucial baneling hit, it's not looking too good for our Zerg player. But don't count him out yet. He still has a chance. Banelings are going to move in. No split on the banelings. And, yeah, that's going to be a good game for DIMAGA. So, it looks like Puma taking this game 2-1. Taking this series 2-1. Really nice series. Just spot on. Very entertaining. It was super fun to making fun of the units and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe. Really helps me a lot. Helps me become a better YouTuber, better caster, and maybe a better person if you are lucky. No, I'm kidding. Be sure to check out Getting Par's channel. Really good Call of Duty caster. He's going to be pretty good once he gets better and makes more videos. He has 30 so far. He actually does Mass Effect. He did a Mass Effect demo. Be sure to check out T-Dub Studios. He does tutorial. He does Adobe. He does Adobe special effects and just a ton of software tutorials. That'll help you out. And he's actually he's a pretty good YouTuber. He has a lot of views, other than myself, obviously. And I will see you guys next time.